Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Oh my gosh, my gosh, my gosh. What a day. Wow. Guys, I was sleeping last night and I think I was clenching because I woke up and my jaw, it was just so tight in there. And I think I was just clenching in my sleep. Maybe because my subconscious knew there was something going on in this space. Who knows? But I'll tell you what, something big is afoot, guys. Reading an article here on Zero Hedge, and it's about a massive dormant Bitcoin wallet that went and sold over $2.5 billion of Bitcoin. And guys, what happened is they rolled it into Ethereum. Do you hear that? We're talking about a big time shift in Bitcoin dominance. Guys, we're right at the threshold of watching probably the biggest alt season that you will have ever witnessed in this entire digital asset space. I genuinely believe it. A lot of folks don't realize how vitally important Bitcoin dominance is. Now, with Bitcoin dominance, it really is saying like, hey, all the money that pours into this digital asset space, the majority of it is going over to Bitcoin. Well, what we have seen in prior runs, major alt seasons, in 2020 to 2021 for sure, 17, 2018, definitely. Well, what happened is that dominance for Bitcoin, the money didn't roll into Bitcoin. Bitcoin, it started rolling into the alts. And we are definitely seeing this. And now even Gary Cardone got out there and he put out this tweet like, who did this to let this happen? This wallet for Bitcoin was dormant for 7 years. Absolutely no activity whatsoever. Holds about $11 billion worth of Bitcoin. And of course, went out and sold that 2 billion and rolled that into Ethereum. And guys, it's that cascading effect. It's like pouring champagne into champagne glasses. You ever seen those, champagne mountains where they tile up the glasses and it pours in and one just spills into the other, into the other, into the other. And it is going to be phenomenal, guys, phenomenal. And I've watched it happen. And other people that have been on this channel, you've been through prior bull markets and you've seen it happen yourself. And it is a big tell of where we're going. Now, right now, we're seeing that, that pullback where I think XRP is at 297 right now. And like I say, these are opportunities, guys. If you are feeling fearful, because, hey, we were at 314, 310, 314, and then it pulled back to 297. What has happened each and every time that we've seen that go down, guys? Well, we bounced back, didn't we? You see, that's the volatility in a major bull market. Now, I've often said you can't time these things. No one knows the length of time. In fact, someone was on the channel and said, okay, well, how long is a cycle? And I basically said, hey, you can't gauge a cycle by time. You gauge it by environment, right from the bottom to the top. And the environment tells you where we are. Guys, look, I've used this analogy. If we're out there and it's wintertime, the environment because there's snow on the ground, it's slushy, it's cold, or it's rainy, depending on where you are in the wide world. But you pretty much know, like the seasons, of course, by the environment. Well, we are definitely in a bull season. I mean, all the new all-time highs that we had hit for Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP and on and on and on, it's right there in front of your nose. And there's other ones still popping off. Now, that tells you right there, don't kid yourself. Do you think that these guys, these multi-billion-dollar wallets, are going to sell $2 billion of their Bitcoin, roll that into Ethereum if they had no expectation that Ethereum was going to pump and that the alts were going to go wild? Ha! Come on, guys. That's what's going down. I think it's going to be absolutely so mind-blowing. The one that Judy and I were in. Look, it was the last 6 to 12 weeks of that run where all the appreciation came. And do you know where the biggest spike came? It came within 10 days. Man, it started going up that curve and then whoosh. When it goes that parabolic and it starts to fire it off, straight through the atmosphere. I'm going to tell you, it will happen fast. You are not going to be able to digest it. I kid you not. Most can't. Even people that have been in this space for a long, long time, they can't even digest it. And that's what goes down, guys. And if you think that at that point you're going to be right ready there to prepare your plan, you're not. You're going to think and you're going to panic. And that's how most people react to this space. They either FOMO getting in, or FOMO staying in, or they let their emotions, flood them out. I bet you right now people woke up and are feeling the jitters because, XRP's at 297, not even recognizing they are probably in the very middle of one of the greatest alt seasons this space has ever seen. And they do that because they're just tracking the day-to-day price. They're not looking at the when in doubt, zoom out kind of deal. That's what's going on. And they're just not going to be ready for it. And it's a shame because to think of all the time and effort they've put in, to get into this space and take a position and all the, things that they sacrificed. Hey, those extra, pizzas and going out or the movies or saying no to their friends so they can tuck their money away inside of XRP and that kind of stuff. And then to have it absolutely jettison, like that. And then to miss out on it is so, so sad. And, I watched it happen to people, guys. There were people that I knew, look, they had the ability to pay their houses off in full. And they were waiting, and could not read the market. And they rode it all the way up. They rode it all the way back down. All that opportunity got completely evaporated. Crazy, but it happens. It does happen. I just don't want it happening to you. And having said that, I will say this. So we have just been kind of holding out to see where we are. Well, guys, we're going to open up that first week of September, and that's it. Because I'll tell you what, I cannot commit to knowing for sure, how much longer I'm going to be doing. Because when this thing jettisons off, guys, and we're into outer space where, you and I want to be, I'm going to be tending my own backyard, and that's exactly what I'd be encouraging you to do. But we're going to open that coaching Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for that first week in September. And right after this video is posted, you're going to see those dates open up, and you can get in there, and we can do that coaching. That is where you and I meet, that one-on-one for at least 1 hour over Zoom, sometimes more. And we take a look at, your portfolio, make sure that's balanced towards your goals. We help you to develop that exit strategy that is going to work for you. I want you to make it, guys. We want you to make it. That is a fact, Jack. And we have helped so many people literally get themselves. Look, I've been doing this coaching since 2022, and I've coached people from every walk of life. Lawyers, legislators, guys, I've even had people that are in Congress take my coaching, if you can believe it. I've had so many different people and, all around the wide world. And of course, at various stages in, their financial lives and things like that. Well, some of those folks that have taken that coaching and applied those disciplines and the techniques that we go down, they have seen such a turnaround. It is truly phenomenal. But it wasn't me who did it. It was they did it. They did it by employing the techniques that we were delivering. And that's what our coaching offers. It has been such a blessing in our lives. It's a blessing in other people's lives. Now, something else I want to share with you. I'm getting back on the Turning Point, guys. Verson, Algera, and I at 12 p.m. are going live with an episode of the Turning Point today. It's going to be there. And so I really want you to tune in. I think you're going to get a lot out of it. It's going to be amazing. It's been a good while since we've been able to actually sit down and do this together, but we're going to be able to do it together today. And I'm really looking forward to it. Really, really looking forward to it. I have really missed Verson and Edo and those kind of the things there. But Judy and I, we had so much transition going on in the family and all kinds of stuff like that I had to kind of step back from it. But guys, we're getting back into it. It is an exciting, exciting time. It's going to be amazing watching what happens this space. And boy, I just am so excited for you to experience what this alt season is going to be. I truly, truly am. It's kind of like I say when you buy your kid a present on their birthday or something like that. You're just so excited to watch them open that thing up and just dance for joy and that kind of stuff. When you give a good gift like that and just the love that you want to see. Guys, I love you so much. You have been such an amazing blessing to Judy and I. You just don't know. And that's why we don't inundate our channel with sponsors and all that kind of stuff. It's out of, respect and love. I'll tell you that right now. I respect the community too much because at one time, remember, I was on the opposite side of the camera. And I know what it's like to be following people and they're sponsoring this and sponsoring that. And, you get into it. And then it turns out to be a major disappointment. And that kind of stuff. And so Judy and I just thought, nope, we're just not going to have sponsors. That way we can come out and say what we want and how we want to say it, giving you our 100% biased opinion and all that goes with that. Guys, a lot of people have said, oh, I bet you they're being paid. They're paid influencers. Oh, David's a paid actor. He's getting paid to shill XRP. That is just that is total and utter hogwash. You throw the evidence down. If you think I'm lying, go ahead. Because I can tell you right now, that is not the case. No one pays us not even 1 red cent, not 1 dime. Ripple has never, ever emailed me, approached me, asked me, or nothing, or offered me anything to talk about XRP. Nobody else has either, guys. I do it because we love it and we love you in it, and that's why we do it. So I'll tell you what, guys, exciting things happening, and I sure hope you're really able to take advantage of these opportunities that we see. At least that's how I look at it. And until later on today, especially 12 noon, catch that turning point. It's going to be live on the channel. And when we have another amazing video for you later on this afternoon, guys, have an absolutely fabulous one and take care.